Greetings, I'm Fenkar, and welcome to Fens Gamer Guide to Diablo 3. With Diablo 3 being released in less than a month, I figured I'd release a guide with some basic options and tweaks for the game that I've learned over the course of the beta. Now, the first one I shall go into is the social options. Now, if you go into options and social, you'll find allow quick join. Now, if some of you, like me, have a large friends list and lots of people online at certain times of the day, you may not want them to join your game, and especially playing the single player campaign, a lot of people are going to want to play it by themselves and aren't going to want other people diving in, even their friends. So taking this off is a pretty good thing right from the start of the game, and of course mature language filter unless you like seeing random characters instead of swear words. So those two options, first things, basic starting. Now, when you get into the game, the first things you're going to notice, no matter what class you're playing, is that you are limited to a spell per tree. Now, what I mean by this is you have basically 6 abilities that you can have unlocked at any given time. By 19, you'll have 6 unlocked. And you've got a primary, secondary, defensive, a force, conjuration, mastery. Now, each class is different, but basically your left-click button is limited to primary. And these are all that you could select for your left click button. Your right click button, same deal, only has 4 other abilities, defensives being 1. And I gotta say, I don't like this. Basically, I don't really like any of these starting primary skill moves. They're not very useful. Electrocute's the one I want, but I can't use it yet because I'm not level 15. So to fix this, you go into options and you go to gameplay and turn on elective mode. Now what this allows you to do is actually change any of these skills you want. So for example, in Shock Pulse, I can actually change it. These arrows now show up, and I can select any skill from any tree and place it in the first bar. So now I have Arcane Orb as my left click ability instead of Shock Pulse. Basically, I don't find it very useful to have one of the starting moves there. Once you get Arcane Orb, you can auto attack for as much damage as they do, and it just feels nicer to have more of your stronger abilities available. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to touch on is the health bars. Now, initially you're not going to have any bars available. When you attack an enemy, you see a short little bar pop up on the top of your screen there, but that's all you see. So trying to work out if the enemy's low or if they're about to slaughter you can be kind of difficult. So what you can do to remedy this is go into options again, gameplay, and you want to display monster health bars. Now the other options to enable here are also health bar numbers, healing numbers, and damage numbers. What these do is basically what they say they do. You can now see how much damage you do, and if you don't kill an enemy outright, he now has a health bar above his head with his remaining HP. And this just makes it easy to tell what sort of enemies you can finish off quickly. If they're an elite monster with a lot of health, you know, if they're getting low, you can quickly just shoot them and keep on fighting. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to get into is advanced tooltips. So the basic tooltips here are just text. They say what the ability does, and that's about it. Even with the rune in there, it just says it increases the slowing amount. Not very useful. So turning on Show Advanced Tooltips basically gives you the details. So Ray of Frost now, instead of just saying it does damage, tells you how much damage. It does 215%. And you have your weapon damage in your inventory, which tells you here 16 damage. That is what the base damage it's going off. So in this case, 215% of that is about 33 damage. Basically how it works is if it was 100% damage, it would do exactly 16 damage. So 200% does double that. And Arcane Orb 175, and it explodes and it tells you the radius. So much more useful there. So, and that's about it for Gamer Guide. If you enjoyed Fens Gamer Guide, click the like and subscribe button, and I'll be sure to put more out in the future. Thank you. Bye.